Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Crypto Nightly. And so we got a great episode for you today. And man, Twitter is going crazy. If you're here for the drama, the Bit Boy, Ben Armstrong, has been going on. And you know, he's fighting a good fight, he says. Let's get it started.
Okay, it's just me tonight, guys. John had something to do, so I'm not sure what's happening. We'll just get rid of him off the screen. You guys are just gonna deal with me tonight. Bye, John. All right. What's going on, everybody? If you have not been on Twitter in the past couple of hours, it's been crazy. Ben's been back. Blockchain Basement's hosting a space, saying a bunch of craziness. Ben is responding with tweets. Your typical he is here tonight.
Yeah, no. I was here. Honestly, I ran to go get my microphone because it always sounds better. But yes. I didn't. So I tried. I did it time. And I ran back and I was like, you know what? He's fine. He's fine. It'd be exciting for the people.
What's up, Crypto King? What's up, Island Ghost Stephanie? Nice to see you in here.
Stephanie.
No, I was just saying, if they haven't been on Twitter in the past couple hours, Ben's going crazy. Blockchain Basements spewing a bunch of rhetoric, and Ben's
they're both
a bunch of crazy stuff,
spinning the opposite propaganda.
Yes.
So if you listen to one, the other is guilty.
That's right.
Johnny Tran. Look, it's about to get into deep correction. I changed the name of the stream on Twitter to 48K Bitcoin, right? For the dude.
And I told him,
I
told him not to change it because I refuse to give validity to what Johnny and Ryan have been saying about 48K. But yes, I do think 54. I do think 54 is a very good target. And we're gonna look at the following.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? Did you just say that?
Well, I've been saying that the past 3 days.
Oh my gosh, look at that flip-flop, and it could go up, it could go down.
How am I flip-flopping? We've been in this channel. I said if we lose this, and that, we're going to the bottom of the channel, which is 53 and some change.
You're fired. So we need a new TA guy. Johnny Tran was talking about this years ago. He planned this. He wrote this out years ago. No, but seriously, we want to get Johnny Tran on sometime to do some TA. We love it. We'll see some Elliott waves. Look, Crypto King says.
Oh, Johnny wasn't in here for our Elliott wave article.
Oh yeah, it was good. It was a good one.
Yeah, Elliott wave says Bitcoin's going to 40 grand, but it says it's going to 126,000 first.
Oh, interesting. Is that what it says?
Well, we talked about it. You were here.
Yeah. 26,000. I mean, it sounds good.
Right.
I'm good with that. So, first off, how was your day, man? I missed here for the beginning, so we didn't do that back and forth.
This is the beginning, bro. This is the beginning of the end of Bitcoin.
We always start that way, right? We're always like, hey, how's your day? Let's be.
Day was good. It's Friday, so it wasn't too bad. You know, I'm glad the week's over. It's been a rough week, but we'll hit 48K. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. There's too much in between here and there.
Well,
but I'm not saying it won't, because it could go to 20K, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it. I see if it breaks 53, which is a massive support. If it breaks 53,
now he's making fun of you. Now you're being trolled, right? You know?
We still got 51.5, which is another support.
No, we will.
But no, weeks. I mean, I'm glad the week's over, bro.
Yeah.
I do got to make a round trip to the airport tomorrow, drop off family at the airport. So it'll be a little quieter around here after that. Other than that, that's good. What about you?
Dude, so honestly, I feel like I've had just one of the best really good days, to be honest. I feel really good about what we're doing. I cannot wait for Rare Evo. Super excited, right? Johnny just said that, but super excited for Rare Evo.
Yes.
Dude, to be honest, I don't think that I have like gone on a monologue long enough on this channel to like tell people how I feel about everything that is going on in, I would say, Cardano, just like in the blockchain crypto space. But dude, I am so bullish long term. I was actually today talking to one of my old bosses, right, for the medical tech company I used to work at. And I was explaining to him some of the things that I'm thinking and things that I like, that I'm interested in, that I want to make happen, right? Like manifesting, visualizing how I can do some of these things, and talking to him about it. And he was like, dude, you know, the California DMV is using all of these apps that's built on blockchain to manage your title. And then he said that there's also another thing that is like an identification, like an ID. So like if you don't have your like physical ID on you, like they will take that ID, and it's like a digital ID that's attached to the DMV and that verification, all that.
Well, we have that in Arizona, but it's not on the blockchain.
Yeah, but
you can download your ID to your phone. But I'm like, I'm not handing my phone to the cops. Are you crazy?
He said that it was being built on Avalanche, which I'm not 100%. Yeah. That was what he said, so I believe it.
Well, that's the DMV stuff we went over the other night.
Yeah, I didn't make the Avalanche connection until he said it again to me. I was like, that's actually crazy. Like, that's a choice. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was a decision. Interesting. But bullish on that. I am so bullish on what Midnight is cooking up, just in general. I know a lot of people are kind of outraged a little bit because Midnight has kind of separated itself. There was some drama on Twitter where basically Midnight is saying that it is its own thing and it is not Cardano. And I understand why people would be upset by that, but I believe that they're trying to be like, they're going to work with Cardano first, and then the idea is that they can connect all the other chains, right, to Cardano.
Right.
So I think it's pretty awesome. I think having information that you can transmit that is private on one level and then having public on another level and then be able to be attached to each other is just super big. I don't think people understand how big that is. But dude, I'm thinking about lining up some like very wonderful Midnight conversations for us to be talking about it. What's up, Meta Man? Thank you for joining us. But dude, yeah, I'm just bullish. I'm excited. I was talking to Aaron. Oh, well, I'll say, where's my proof lesson? Let's see. Where is my proof lesson? I don't even know if I can help with that. But what I will say is that I was talking to Aaron too, and dude, super excited about the bridge. And yeah, Midnight is awesome. Super excited about it. But talking about the bridge, and dude, we're in a good spot. I know that we talked about it yesterday, but the picture of Adam Dean with Charles Cattle Daddy, that was fantastic. I'm excited to circle back with them and see what we've got going on and how soon we can start, because that's what I'm waiting for. I'm over here like restless and crazy because I'm like, okay, if we're not getting, money from them, then where are we getting money from? Because I'll find it. So
it's everywhere, bro.
You know what I mean? It's there. It's there.
Just pull it.
Ooh, CMDR's got a surprise for me at Rare Evo. Ooh,
nice.
I hope it's at least 6 inches, sir.
And we are bullish on you, sir.
Bullish on Johnny Tran.
And I'm bullish on my Desert Crypto Ape Force Baby Ape.
Yeah, see, I'm still waiting on one that I can show off to everybody. Ooh, mushroom shaped. I love that. I hope it's got the little curve in it too. I love me some CMDR. All right. So I guess we can go into, if we have any housekeeping. We've got a bunch of giveaways with the JPEG bosses.
Yes.
The next 33 mints will be put into a raffle to get an omen. And the next, somebody in the next 100 mints, or till we get to the next 100, which would be 700, is in a raffle for 500 ADA. So we're giving away a bunch of things for minting the bosses, as well as the platforms coming along. We have the beta testing has been going well. We have some new updates on the platform, and we're looking at rolling out before Rare Evo, which we're excited about. Beyond that, we
right
got
now though.
Yeah, right now
we have to do the bees
the giveaway of the bees
giveaway.
Okay, I'll get that queued up while you do Market Watch, and we'll give it away right after.
All right, perfect. I was going to do it real quick, but perfect. Before that, though, everybody make sure that you are liking, subscribing, sharing this with a friend. If you're on Twitter, give us a retweet. Let everybody know what's going on. And make sure you follow at JPEG Empire, at _ John Carter, at Desert Crypto, at the Seji3, at Chinvot Bridge. And we would much appreciate it. Let's get this out to as many people as possible. I understand it's Friday night. A lot of people have lives, but this is Web3. We don't have lives. You know what I mean? This is our life.
We're here 24/7.
Yes.
We're here.
All right. So we will start with the market update. Huge crash today. Let's go ahead and reset this. And we are falling as we speak. Oh my goodness. We have broken 61,000 on our way to Johnny Tran's target of 54,000. We are down 6.4% on the total market cap today, coming in at $2.263 trillion. And for a low volume Friday, it is exactly the opposite. 112. This might be the highest volume we've had, at least the top three highest volume we've had in like the past month. Bitcoin dominance going up to 53%, Ethereum coming down a little bit to 15.6, and Forgway to get you a transaction. So Bitcoin coming in at 60,713, down 6.3% today. Ouch. Ethereum back under 3K, coming in at 29.19, down 8.2%. We got BNB coming in at 527. We got Solana at 148. Is Solana a Ponzi scheme? We don't know. We got XRP coming in at,
I was going to say, watched an incredibly interesting video about kind of crazy.
And we're going to hit on that. XRP coming in at 54 cents. I did get stopped out on an XRP long. Dogecoin coming in at 10 cents. Toncoin almost back to 6 even. Dang, down 9.7%, coming in at 604. And look at that. Cardano is bleeding. Speaking of that, sometime during this stream, I am probably going to have to add to my Cardano long, my long-term long. So let's go. Let's see what is. So the racist Bitcoin, white Bitcoin, is flat for gainers. That is your biggest gainer. Then we have stablecoin. We have stablecoin. We have Monero. Like, there are no gainers. There are no gainers. Oh
Blood
my
in the streets,
goodness.
time to buy. And listen,
Look at
CMDR,
that.
we got to plan a time and see if we can get together on tomorrow and then see if we can talk about what's going on with Levy and Angel Finance.
Yes, 100%.
Look, short season. Shout out to all the short kings.
So, biggest losers, Dog Whiff Hat down 16.7, Flow down 16.6, Brett down 16, Beam down 15, Pepe down 14, Jupiter down 13, Helium down 13, and the list of double-digit losses just keeps going. Damn. You got to come all the way down here to see all the double-digit losses. It can get bloodier. Yes, you are correct, sir. So, all right, that's about it on that. Let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. So, this is the channel we're in that everybody's talking about. We just lost the 200. That could spell disaster. I think we come down here to at least 57 to this next high volume node right here. And if we come all the way down to the bottom of this channel, then yes, we're hitting like 54, 54.6, 54.7 right in this area right here. It is not looking good.
Hey, Jaleesa.
Money, look at the money flow. What's going on, Jaleesa? Yes, it is definitely Kamala's fault. Yes. I mean, who else's fault would it be, right? It's their administration right now. And we know Biden doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't even know it's Friday.
I will say this is my one comment, I think, on the Bitcoin specifically. So, like, most of it has come from, like, that they have, what is it? That they've confiscated, right?
Right.
That they've, like, taken. And so I believe that it is actually just the Justice Department, like, cashing out.
That's not what's crashing the market right now, though.
Well, I mean,
Stock market lost $3 trillion today.
Yeah.
The Japanese yen collapsed today.
Oh, I saw that too.
You know what I mean? So it's not because the federal government's selling Bitcoin. You know what I mean? This is, in my opinion, there's that old adage, you know, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. I think the charts show you the state of the economy or the state of the ecosystem, right? And then something fundamental hits and triggers what was already going to happen. It just speeds up what was already going to happen. And I think the collapse of the yen against the dollar today was just a triggering effect, because then the broader market fell. And you know what I mean? Because people are selling the dollar. So the yen collapses against the dollar. Forex people sell the dollar to buy the yen because the price discrepancy by the dip, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They do that. The broader market falls, and Bitcoin, while it may not be correlated to the stock market, it is correlated to the stock market when it's necessary. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I want to touch on this. I don't necessarily think it will become more popular. The way that I kind of look at the privacy coins that have the options to make transactions private or public, like having the two levels, to me, it's kind of like a really great solution for a whole lot of problems. One of the things that's interesting to me is fully homomorphic encryption. So here's some nerdy stuff. What that basically means or does is like that basically is an encryption that is kind of like a zero knowledge proof, but the zero knowledge proof, after the basically information is hashed, and then you get kind of the short version of the information transmitted. When it gets to the other side, you can still search some of the information, right? You can still query that data. And so I think that by having a blockchain that has both layers of where you have the public and the private, it basically solves that problem without doing the very complicated computationally intense, fully homomorphic encryption, right? And so I kind of see it as another solution for the same thing. I don't think it's ever necessarily going to be popular because the average person,
they don't give a shit.
They don't care. They're not going to understand it, right? But
even the average crypto user doesn't care, or Monero and Zcash and everything would be skyrocketing. You know what I mean?
But I agree. That's what Midnight is trying to solve. And that's why I think that Midnight is super important. I don't necessarily think it will be popular, though. I think that a lot of institutional level products will be built on that, right? So people will be using them and they won't realize it. I don't think.
Its biggest implementation will be B2C, business to consumer. So like how you're saying, like your medical transcripts, so the data from that can be sent. And so now they have all the data they need. And then like with Midnight or whatever, it's the fact that it's sent over a certain network proves that it's real data, that it's actually connected to a person. And that's all, you know what I mean? It'll be like, crypto D, and that's all they'll know. They'll know that this is the person, whether it be a name or an ID number that's connected to a name that they can't see, but it's proof that the data is real, like you're saying, when it goes across.
And I also agree with this. Businesses will want to use it for transactions like DeFi. I agree with that. And I also kind of like, at first I was like, a private blockchain gives people the ability to like manipulate markets and dump, but it's also like almost a freer market, because if you don't know who's selling, right, then the market just like moves. You're not like watching these wallets and then being like, oh, they have 600 NFTs, they're selling one, they're going to sell all 600. So now I'm going to dump my bags, right? So it's not.
It'll be a good implementation in businesses, like, so how he said, but businesses will want to use the private transactions, DeFi. I think more or less businesses will want to use the private transactions in a capacity for like payroll. Or buying and selling of resources. You know what I mean? Say you're Colonel Sanders, right? You're Colonel Sanders. You have your recipe that you don't want nobody to use.
Your 7
Well, you don't want somebody searching the blockchain and seeing you buy 10,000 pounds of paprika, 15,000 pounds of salt, 15,000 pounds of this, 10,000 pounds of that. They're like, oh, well, that's the freaking ingredients for the chicken.
That's the recipe.
That's the recipe. You know what I mean? So I think it'll help with like proprietary stuff, and especially like, it's not all companies are public. A public company like Tesla has to show their books, show everybody what's going on. A private company like SpaceX does not.
I also think that this creates the capacity for people to create structured businesses like globally, right? That function the same way that a business that was all in the same place would, but on a global scale, right? You can have 15 employees all over the entire world and then all manage this one business, and it can grow, right? As opposed to everybody having to be in a brick and mortar building because the file cabinets have all the information that everybody needs.
Right.
And so I think it's super excited.
Yeah. If your business can have a global file system, you know what I mean? And it's weird though, how some, like the company I work for is so antiquated, bro. Everything is on paper. I mean, we kill hundreds of thousands of trees a year, all the paper we produce. And a lot of it just gets shredded. We have a big shredder truck that comes every 3 months, and they just shred everything. And I've mentioned it before, like, how come our installers don't have tablets? How come, the front office doesn't have tablets? Then, like, so when one of my guys goes out and trims a house and installs the house, and he updates it in real time, X, Y, and Z was installed, A, B, and C, the issues were this. D, E, and F need to be replaced.
If you want a software for that, there was one that I implemented in one of the places I worked for.
Oh no, there's all kinds of software.
You say I got a good one.
It's just the owner of the company is so antiquated that it's just like, so now like my guys come back, I look at the paperwork, I write stuff down, I make notes, I take my notes on what needs to be done. Then I send that paperwork back to the office. And then the office may or may not read that paperwork. You know what I mean? Or when I call and say, hey, what's up with lot, da 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 da, they're like, oh, hold on, I got to go get the paperwork from so-and-so. But if they had tablets and we were all interconnected, it would be so much smoother. You know what I mean? So yeah, to have that global file system, I mean, and one that's immutable on the ledger, like you were saying, that could definitely help. I don't know why I got off on that tangent because
I love it. I mean,
it's a constant issue I deal with. I get calls from stupid people all day and I have no answers because of that.
Well, I am, definitely an Americanized bigot, right? Because when I was in Honduras with my wife, a trip to the bank literally takes you like an hour, right? Literally takes you like an hour. And then so I'm there. We're at the little box finally. And then I look at my wife and I'm like, and she's got to go to the back and print something out and she's writing shit down on paper. You got to write things down and then go, what? And then get somebody else to sign it and then come back. And then you got file cabinets behind the tellers, right? Just
That's
like
crazy.
Where they have all of the paper. I was like, babe, tell them that there's internet. Tell them that internet exists. You know what I mean?
Bro, that reminds me of the 90s when I did auditing for a hotel chain. So I would go in at night and I would do all the books for the daily revenue and everything like that. And we had, those desktop calendars?
Yep.
Those big. So we would have a ledger that freaking big. And it would be like 10 pages long with like 100 lines top to bottom, like a spreadsheet, like an Excel sheet, literally, but a handwritten Excel sheet. And I would have to do that all night long. And if you're off by 1 penny, redo it.
Yeah.
I
mean? Screw that. Just how about I make the transaction on the blockchain and I got an app that just gives me, this is what I did. Here it is. It's all done. Yeah, haven't walked into a bank for years. Dude, congratulations. I'm jealous. I hope that I get to that place.
There's banks nowadays that don't even have physical locations.
Yeah.
Capital One, SoFi.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They don't even have physical locations. But
that's crazy.
All right, let's look at this again real quick. So you can see this is the daily. We're still on the daily right here for Bitcoin. And you can see money is just bleeding out. We could have possibly came and started rounding up, but they said, nah, we're going to dump. So now we're back below the zero line on the momentum. Best case scenario, this VWAP starts to move up a little bit. We start to spike off or level off, get us a nice green dot for a trigger wave, and we go to the moon. Is it going to happen? Probably not. So we do need to maintain. We need to get back above this 200. We did test it here and we were able to get back above it. You can see when we broke it though, we created the other part of this trend line. But if we look, now we go historically, look at that. So this is the daily. And you can see, so this is all the way back to August of 23. This is kind of a good little, you know what? Let's do some, little bit of investigation here. So this is last year, August. And look at this.
We're about to.
So this is from June, right here. And look at what happened. Get this a little better. Drop. Let's mark this right here. So right here, this is June 23rd, 2023. Boom. Okay. What are we at right now? August 2nd. So we'll just say August 3rd right here.
Oh,
and you can see.
How big is that? Measure it. Measure the drop.
This drop is massive. Yeah. Hold on 1 second though.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So you can see even back June to August, we were in this falling wedge right here. You know what I mean? You can see, look, we just call this a broken pattern right here. But look, boom, 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 boom. Look at all these wicks off the bottom. Look at all this price action on top. And then when we finally came towards the end of August, what is this? So we broke the pattern on August 17th. And that was a 7% candle. We just had a 6%. Well, I don't know if the candle is 6%. We'll go forward and look at it. But look at that. And then we dropped right below the 200, where we are at currently right now, below the 200. Okay. So let's go forward. We didn't come back above the 200 until October. And we had a monster candle on October. Look, I think that the whole move was a 12.5% from wick to wick. And we settled at a 5% candle, which finally got us back above the 200. And then we took off. You can see from there, I mean, I'm sure everybody that's in this stream remembers last year, October. The market just friggin', you know. And you can see we stayed above that 200 and we just rode it and rode it and rode it and rode it. Whoops. Let's go back. You know what? Let's measure that whole move. Once we broke below, so you can see back here, we came mid-August, we broke the 200, which we did today. It's only August 2nd. We could, I mean, you know, time frames are malleable. We broke below the 200. We stayed in the 200. We stayed below the 200 for 60 days. We stayed below the 200 in 2023. Okay. But let's take that move. Once we got that major candle and broke the 200. Okay. Hold on. Ondo is curving up. Let's get rid of that real quick. Come on. Okay. Come on. Damn it. There we go. So once we hit that big candle and we broke the 200, from there to the top, look at that, 160% gain from October 2023 to, what was that, February? When did we break new all-time high? March. Okay, the end of March. So, and that was 165 days. Okay. Now, we find ourselves in what could be a similar situation. Just like last year, we are in this falling wedge, okay? We got touches, we got one. You call that a touch because it wick, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 touches on top. Now you look at the bottom, you know, we pulled it all the way back to here, 1. You know, these wicks are pretty close, 2, 3 on the bottom. And we just broke the 200. So if this comes down and respects this pattern and comes all the way down to the bottom, it'll put us below the 200. And if we come all the way down here, we're going to have a hell of a time trying to retest that 200 and get back above it. Okay. We do have this high volume node sitting at 57,000, 57,700 essentially. I mean, this is quite possible that we bounce at 58. You know what I mean? We didn't, you look at all these touches. So first touch didn't come down to the trend. Second touch didn't come down. Well, it almost wicked down to the trend, but then it did here. You know, so every drop is not necessarily hitting the trend line. We could, in fact, be creating some kind of massive head or shoulder, head and shoulder, and then off to the races. You know what I mean? But, so, I mean, this is all just speculation, in my opinion. If we can't get above the 200, then yes, we're coming back to the bottom of this pattern. We're coming back to about 54. We might luck out and get stopped at the 57, mid 57 range or 58 range. But I do see more downside. I mean, even as we were speaking, let's go all the way down to the 15-minute and see some price action. So this is the 15-minute. So essentially this is right here. We lost the 200 on July 20, on July 29th, we lost the 200 and we just been bouncing our head off the 200 this entire time. And then today it finally freaking collapsed. But here's a little hopium on the 15-minute. We are getting some nice price action. Look at that. There's your price movement. And here's your momentum going back to the upside. You know, money flow is still coming down real hard. But, I mean, could this be a local bottom? It could. Are we still going to go lower? Most likely, in my opinion. So, I mean, it's the time, you know, load up while you can, I would say. And that, personally, I would say that's financial advice. You know what I mean? You know, that's, you buy when. So somebody said it in the chat earlier, buy when there's blood in the streets, even if the blood is your own. These are the days. If you are in it for the long haul, if you're going to hold Bitcoin 5-10 years, you're going to hold Cardano, you know, 5-10 years. Hopefully Cardano's still around in 5 or 10 years.
Wow. I cannot do that one.
You know,
that's great.
Bitcoin is going to be here in 5 or 10 years, unless something drastically happens. Cardano is still yet to.
Hey, well, what about when? What about when somebody guesses the keys, you know what I mean, and they move the Genesis Bitcoin, and then, you know what I mean, and then the whole thing collapses to zero?
Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. I know what you're talking about. We had this conversation. With Aaron. I understand.
Yes, 24, 25 retirement. Yes. Let's go. 100%. Okay.
In order to retire in 25, you would have to sell your Cardano, because in 26 it's going to be worth about 85% less if you're following the 4-year cycle. What should I load up on, XRP or Bitcoin? That, I don't think those two things fall in the same realm. Okay. I don't believe it all depends on your investment thesis. Are you loading up for the most potential gain over the next, 12 to 18 months? In my opinion, that would be XRP. Okay. Have you already made wealth and now you want to put it in something that's going to hold that store of value and has a proven track record to go up and to the right for over a decade? Bitcoin. You know what I mean? But if you're looking, you might double your money if you invest in Bitcoin right now. You might double your money. Yeah. I would feel safe saying that XRP is going to at least do a 5x.
So listen, I would say that if you could only buy a few Bitcoins, okay? So look, if you have enough money that you could only buy a few Bitcoins, okay? So this is my opinion, okay? What I believe that you should actually do at this point is start DCAing in as the price of Bitcoin goes down, because when Bitcoin goes up and it gets really crazy at the price that it's at, you will have your like 2x, right? I wouldn't try to go too much more than 2x. I think that that's kind of safe, right? From where we are now and where we're going to be when Bitcoin goes a little bit lower. But then when you see Bitcoin at like 80, 90, maybe even 100K, right? If we get there and nothing crazy happens, like a black swan or something like that, that would be when I take that Bitcoin and then I move it into middle cap coins, like mid cap coins.
Right. Large cap, mid caps.
Yeah. Because how it usually happens is Bitcoin goes all the way up first. It hits its top. People take profits. Bitcoin comes down. Altcoins go crazy because it takes less money to move the altcoins. So people that took profit here, they put money in mid caps explode. That's where you're going to make the real crazy money. But so what I'm saying is, if you are paying attention to this space, if you're watching what happens and you don't get greedy, you need to have a written down plan for DCAing into Bitcoin as we get these dips right now, and then pick a number that is less than what you think the top of the market is, because nobody's going to be able to pick the top of the market. Okay.
Right.
People are going to call it, for a while, delete the other tweets, and then say that they called it. Right.
Right. So it'll be like, I'm calling the top of the market, post 422.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they delete all the other ones. So they say that they called the market. So I don't think it's late to buy Bitcoin. I think if you have enough money to buy several Bitcoin or more than one Bitcoin, which is like over 60 grand, a lot more than I have, I would make the conservative bet being invest in Bitcoin as we're going down, right? DCA in, and then pick a number that is less than what you think the high number is going to be, and then take profit there. So, I mean, I would go for a 2x, honestly, or a little bit less than a 2x. You know what I mean? With a Bitcoin, I think like 80 to 90K would be when I would actually take the profit and then start allocating into the mid cap, because 100K might happen. It also might not. Right? I mean, it could go to 250K, but what I'm saying is the safe bet would be planned for around like 80, 90, and then move over. If you're getting multiple, like if you're getting 6 Bitcoin, keep one forever, right?
I'd like to caveat that a little bit. Yeah. Okay. If you are not a person that is in crypto every day,
don't do
every day. Because let's say you bought a week ago, right? And you don't go check your portfolio. You're not into crypto. You got life happens. You're doing stuff. And then you come check the price today and you're like, what the hell? You know what I mean? We will see 20 to 30% drops in the matter of a couple of days in this cycle. It happens every cycle.
People get shaken out.
Right. And the comment was, if you could only buy a few Bitcoins versus lower price cryptos. Okay. So I want to unpack this a little bit.
Yeah, you're going to say, if you could buy a few Bitcoins, you're probably all right.
Right. If you can buy a few Bitcoins, then you should definitely hold some Bitcoin. Yeah, definitely. I don't hold Bitcoin. It's not going to get me where I want to go. You know what I mean? I will, tether off. They say tether off into tether. I will end up buying some Bitcoin, but at this stage in the market, I do not own Bitcoin. But then again, I can't afford a few Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I could afford a few Bitcoin, I would own at least some Bitcoin. Okay. The next thing I would like to break down in this is that you say a few Bitcoin versus lower priced cryptos. Okay. If you mean market caps, then yes, I understand your question. Okay. So the smaller the market cap, it's like a pebble. You can push a pebble up a hill real easy, $100,000 market cap. Now, when that becomes a boulder at 10, 20, 30, $40 billion market cap, it's a lot harder to push up the hill. Okay. But the actual price of the coin does not matter. It's the market cap. And a lot of people that first come into crypto, we've all been there. I was there. I was like, oh, XRP, it's like 22 cents. You know, Ethereum, it's like 600. Bitcoin's like 19,000. Well, I want XRP, because if XRP can get to 19,000, then I'm set, right? Mm-hmm. Well, that's mathematically impossible. The market cap of XRP, and then the next thing is, like, if you have $20 in Bitcoin, or say you have $100 in Bitcoin and the price moves 10%, you have $110, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. If you have $20 in Cardano or $100 in Cardano and the price moves 10%, you have $110. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You want to be looking at market caps. The actual price, when investing in it, the price of the coin doesn't matter. You understand? Now, the price of the coin in relation to its previous all-time high, or the price of the coin in relation to what you think it's going to go to, that's what matters.
Yeah, but in that, you also have to understand what fundamentals brought upon that other all-time high, right? So like today, which I believe we're going to talk about here in a minute, about Solana, right? There was some information that was false about Solana that led to a hype cycle in Solana, right? And then when you look at things like ICP is an incredible project that has amazing text, that's doing super cool things, but the all-time high is like $700, which was completely fabricated. There was FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. They actually like artificially inflated the price of ICP at launch, right? And then it crashed. Well, leading up to it,
they like listed a futures. They like listed a futures contract prior to launch, artificially pumped that futures number, and then when ICP dropped,
they sold all.
Because people are saying, well, it was the people that owned ICP, it was the company, the workers, this and that. Well, it was kind of, because the workers were given like, here's 100,000.
Yeah, their allocation.
ICP,
of course, they were going to sell
work. Yeah,
they
and
didn't
then
expect it to get to $40.
Right, and then it launches at 700. They're like, holy shit! You know what I mean?
I'm a millionaire.
Right, you know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah,
you have to understand the fundamentals of what you're investing in and why and how it got to the last all-time high. Because like something like Axie Infinity might never hit an all-time high like it did before again.
Right.
But it could, right?
Right.
It could. But I mean, it has to create a product that's new and exciting. And it's hard to recapture that parabolic hype once you've already had it once, because people always want the shiny next new thing, And
just the top 10, top 20 rotate constantly. Mm-hmm. There's only a few coins in the top 10 that were in the top 10 last cycle or the cycle before that. You know what I mean? Cardano is one of them. You know what I mean? XRP is one of them. Ethereum's obviously one of them. But you got to remember, Luna was in the friggin' top 10 at one point in time. You know what I mean?
People thought it was going to go to 2,000.
Right. So yeah, it just because a coin performed good last cycle does not mean it's going to perform good this cycle. especially with the exponential growth of tech. You know, a lot of this stuff is old tech, you know, so.
Okay, listen, we're going to do another mint giveaway for 10 angels from Angel Finance and CMDR.
Nice. Well, thank you, sir.
It was amazing. Let me see what
angels at what, like 10 ADA right now?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's 100 ADA in angels, and then you get your monthly airdrop of some ADA, which is awesome. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would hold it. I wouldn't sell it for sure.
No, definitely hold it. And when staking comes out, that's when they do come on. That's what we need to ask them about is staking.
Well, yeah, yeah.
We got to stake that. We got to stake that the Empire Angel Treasury.
Yes.
So we can get more. It's not Monday, but FUD it. Yeah, that's right. Angel is a shit project.
Yes.
You guys should sell everything you own.
Sell all of your angels so that we can buy it cheaper. I think it's a failing project. They bought Levy, one of the biggest money-making lending platforms on Cardano. But you know what I mean? It's all fake, you know? It's all fake. Yeah. It doesn't work.
Like John said, it's all Fugazi.
It's all Fugazi. No, but we're joking. Can we look?
Just terrible. Just terrible.
Yeah. Just terrible.
So there we go. There's Angel right there. We are looking at the 1-day chart. It's a nice rise. That's looking good. And look at that. So this is the daily. All right, here you go, guys. We are on the daily. Whoa. What's that? A price target of like 14.49?
Sheesh. Goodness gravy. Look at that.
I do think look, we're riding that trend line right there too.
Yeah, we'll hit the bottom of the trend line before we hit up.
It might come back down and touch the 21. So when you get really extended, this is any crypto.
Hey, cut that out. Cut that out. Seji says stop that. He said to FUD it. Don't let the
I am FUDing it, bro. I'm FUDing it hard right now. It's about to come all the way back down to this 21. So it's about to come down to about 926.
Dude, I wish you could invert the chart and be like, it's going down. Flip it over. Is there a quick way to do it? I thought there was just a button.
I don't know. Man, I can't remember how to do that.
Is it that the arrow up at the top? No.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
There's the chart. It's going in.
It's in a rising wedge, bro. And rising wedges break down 60% of the time. So if we can't hold this trend line right here, we're dumping. Look, there's like no price action down here. There's no volume. So it's just a dump all the way to zero. I mean, fuck. You know, there's nothing you can do. Look at that sell-off. Look, artificially inflated. We lose the 21 and it just starts dumping, right? There's nothing we can do about that, bro. You know?
It's so funny. I love that. We should just do that. We should just have an episode where like all the charts are inverted. It's all going to
We just invert everything?
Yeah, like when we have like when everything is bullish, we just invert all the charts and be like, it's going to zero. Everything. Across the board.
Make the thumbnail green, Bitcoin going to 1 million, and freaking we should have did that tonight.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. We have to keep that in the back pocket.
Yeah.
Let's look at the
we'll do that when we get Iggy Azalea on.
What's that?
When we have Iggy Azalea on,
Yeah, there
we'll
you
do
go.
that on that episode.
Well, let's look at the total market cap. Me and John were looking at this earlier. I found this extremely interesting. I mean, it's not super out of the norm because, you know, Bitcoin is, you know, the big daddy. But if we look, so this is the total market cap. This is everything in crypto. All right. And we're coming in at 2.136 trillion right here. This might be minus stable coins. I think this is minus stable coins because if we look, yeah, we're coming in at 226. So the total might be minus stable coins. I can't remember. But as you can see, the total market cap has lost the 200 also. And we are in this channel. Okay. Let's scroll back up here to Bitcoin on the daily. What happened? We're in this same kind of channel. We lost the 200. Now let's look at the total three. So this is altcoins. This is everything minus Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether? No. Yeah. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stable coins. So this is, and look, you can see as soon as altcoins lost this 200, it just dumped. But look at all these falling wedges. They're all the same. So there's your altcoin. There's your total. There is your Bitcoin. And then one other thing I want to look at real quick is we should be looking at this constantly when we do Bitcoin. The Dixie. Okay, so this is your dollar right here. This is the dollar index. And apparently, I was drawing some head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders at some point in time. And you can see it perfectly broke right out. Boom, topped out. And then we come back down. But look, the dollar is freaking falling. Okay. Now, you would think this is good for Bitcoin. And essentially, it is good for Bitcoin.
In the long run.
But the problem is, when the dollar falls so hard like this is a massive move for the dollar. It may only be like a freaking fraction of a percent. Oh, wow. 1%. A 1% move on the dollar is massive. Okay, we're down back to 103. We have lost. We tried to get above the 200.
So
and then we lost. Huh?
Here's something. So here's like a silly, stupid thing that I would love. I don't know how we would do it to figure out. But the reason that candle is so big, right, is because the dollar is only weighted against a basket of other currencies that are denominated in different percentages, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, like, one of them was the yen, right, as well?
Correct.
In there, right? But it's like
Correct.
a small percentage. It would be interesting, or I guess, like, I would kind of like to see what that denomination is. Gosh, I don't know.
I mean, we could bring up Forex charts. So the basket is going to be the dollar, the yen,
the British pound,
the Swiss franc. I don't think it's the pound. There's like 5 of them.
But I wish that there was
the Canadian dollar, the Swiss franc, the mark, or the euro. I'm going to check it right now. So
I wish there was an objective thing that we could gauge it against, and then gauge all the other currencies against the same thing. But unfortunately, like, even gold is denominated in dollar, right? So I mean, it's not like you could just be like per gold, you know?
Here we go. Yeah, so yeah, I was right. Oh, so it's 6, not 5, my bad. So it's the euro, the yen, the pound, the Canadian dollar, the Swiss franc, and the marca. Use the Finnish marca, now replaced by the euro. Okay, so then I was right. It's the euro. So the euro must have jumped, because we know that the yen fell today, and then the dollar fell also. So
I wonder what the
traded
British
against-
pound did.
what's that?
I wonder what the British pound did.
I mean, I should be able to pull up.
It went up, is what I'm seeing.
I don't know what the freaking ticker symbol is for the pound. Oh, here we go.
Pound sterling.
So yeah, look,
Maybe.
the British pound. We had a nice move. The British pound went up against the dollar today. Okay.
Yeah, that's so interesting. And the euro probably went up.
Wow,
Yeah,
look at that.
That's crazy.
We had
Look,
a
we
massive
are the king of the
spike in
hill, guys.
euro.
We are America. We are the greatest country in the world. And
Yeah.
look at us. We're being cucked by
1.1%. 1.1%. So
Yeah.
we have the pound went up, the euro went up.
We might as well check the other freaking.
That's what I was gonna do. Let's check the
Four.
yen. Forex. Here we go. Look at that.
What?
Against a dollar.
What?
Wow.
What is that? Measure that move from the bottom.
The yen just broke the 200. What do you want?
There.
This whole move?
Yeah.
This is a daily. So from July 11th to today, that's a 10% move.
Dude, okay, well then there's got to be something else going on that we're not thinking about.
Actually, you know what? My bad. I am mistaken.
Yes.
The yen didn't collapse. The Japanese stock market collapsed today.
Okay,
It was the worst stock market collapse since like 1987
Okay.
or something like that. That's my bad. My bad.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But
yeah, so
like,
everything is spiking. What else did we have?
that's interesting though, and I kind of wonder if it has to do with BRICS because like all those other places are getting.
None of them are in the BRICS nation.
No,
None of them
but
are
you,
in the BRICS nation.
but you don't think that they probably have like trade agreements that don't involve us with them? That might be beneficial.
Europe, probably not.
Europe, probably not.
They're mainly most of because you're talking about. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess, but those other countries, I don't know if those other countries would have to settle in their own currency, or I'm not super up on that.
No, yeah, I'm just I'm pontificating.
So,
And then
well,
there's
at least Canada is dumping against the dollar. Screw
fear
those guys.
recession.
Sorry, Jpg.
Yeah.
Screw those guys to the north.
Yeah.
And the franc. Let's check the franc. Oops, that is not what.
So then, with the Japanese stock market crashing, then everybody sold, right? That's why the dollar went high.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at that. So that's actually the inverse right there.
Like,
That's the inverse. That's the dollar. That's the dollar tanking against the franc right there.
Oh, that's wild.
So basically, North America tanked against the rest of the world. Canada is down against the dollar, and the dollar is down against everything else. So that makes Canada down against everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Seji says
that's against
0.
the Swiss franc right there. Why wouldn't that? I want CHF. I want CHF USD. I want that. There we go. So this is the inverse. So there we go.
Sheesh.
That's the inverse of what we were just looking at. That's the franc against the dollar.
That's crazy.
And that move today. I can't see it. Was a 1.7% move.
On the day, that's crazy.
Yeah. But you can see now, like if we go back, if you notice all them freaking currencies that I was looking at have all popped above the 200. You know what I mean? And then when we go back to the Dixie, you can see we lost the 200. So, yeah. Fears of recession are correct. And frankly, we all know we've been in a recession this whole time.
Yeah. And
now
the article
it's like
we've been covering is the government literally covering up that we're in a recession and like making it appear as though, which I mean, I have some of those tweets as well.
Now the only silver, not silver lining, the only saving grace would be if we can avoid a depression. You know, recession is one thing, depression is another. And you may think housing market is high right now for financing. It can go much higher. In the 80s, bro, it was like 11-12% to finance a freaking house. You know, you can still finance a house right now for about 7%. You know, so technically they should probably be raising the rates, but we're probably going to get a 50% fucking rate cut.
Okay, so I'm gonna, while we're on this topic, because I'm looking at it. All right, so look, this is one of the things that Viva said that I thought was interesting. He said, still regional banking, KRE never recovered compared to NDX and most large tech stocks. So now everyone knows the Department of Treasury has propped up this melt up and intends to blow it up post-election. But just wait until everything in banking CRE I've been highlighting plays out. Okay, so this is interesting because this was 4 hours ago today, right? And then so you can see here, right, the NASDAQ up 139%, right? And then the S&P up 2.77%. But okay, look, here is February 7th, where he's talking about the same thing. That the divergence between Bank ETF KRE and NASDAQ 100 NDX is the largest since the banking crisis began last March. When combining a tech bubble, credit debt crisis, I'd imagine it looks like this. We can stimulate all you want, but you can't convince me the market is strong. And then so here was the opposite, right? And so this was only just in February.
Right.
And then so for like that big of a change, you know what I mean?
Well, the stock market was hitting all-time highs all last month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I bring up NASDAQ.
But see, yeah, and then let me see if I can find the other one. So he says,
I don't know which
officially
one.
Scaling into bonds. My only, am I still shut? Yeah. My only TradFi focus at the moment, apart from money market funds, which is where I was weighted since earlier 22. I was patient and willing to say that if we fall much lower, then we face far worse problems than concerns over portfolio performance. Non-financial advice, good luck, right?
Right.
So obviously he was looking here to be interesting.
And what has he got up there? What is that? What's that chart? That's iShares. That's the Treasury.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Treasury. See?
Yeah. Boom.
And right here, if we look at the NASDAQ Index 100, this is the weekly. So that's all the data. You know what I mean?
It's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, look at me in my eyes. Everybody that's out there, when you see a chart that looks like that literally is basically only up and to the right.
Right. That's Bitcoin.
Yeah. It's basically Bitcoin. But what I'm saying is the reason Bitcoin is up and to the right is because there isn't any more. You can't make any more Bitcoin, right? But I mean, look at that. Like, scale that out even more.
This is the weekly here. I'll go to the monthly.
Like, come on.
And this is on the log. So this is on the logarithmic chart.
You know what I'm
that is
saying?
your
Like
monthly.
there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And then so this is like what is interesting to me because
let's look at this.
Yeah.
So this goes all the way back to 1985.
Yeah.
Okay. If you got in, you started investing in the NASDAQ 100 back in 1985 to today, you're up 19,247%. So a 1900x.
Who needs Bitcoin?
Right? Okay.
Bitcoin's for losers. But one
now,
thing
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a different chart. I need a Bitstamp chart. Hold on. It's not going to be long enough. USD Bitstamp. Okay. Oh, I must have been. Damn, I should probably bookmark some of these. Look, these are all the halvings right here.
Oh, that's
on the
awesome.
Bitstamp chart. So is that the log? Let's put it on logarithmic. So it goes back to 2011. Okay. The chart only goes back to 2011. Nothing I can do about that. But we go from here to the top. You were up, and that's only 13 years. 13 years. You're up 2,579%. That's a 2,500x.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? It took the NASDAQ 40 years to get you a 1900x. It took Bitcoin 13 years to get you damn near a 2600x.
Do you know there's a meme where it's like, man, in 2009 I should have bought a house instead of being a retard in like 6th grade. You know what I mean? So like, this chart makes me think about, like, you know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't have been fucking around in high school. I should have just, you know what I mean? I should have just been mining Bitcoin. Like, obviously.
So, if you guys want some freaking hopium though, these are the 4 halvings I had on here. I don't know why I was doing this. Maybe I was just mapping out the halvings. So in 2012, sideways, boom, parabolic. 2016, look, it took us a few months. We're going sideways after the halving, and we slowly, and then boom, parabolic, right? 2020, it still took us a few months before we hit that boom to go parabolic, right? Well, look, we're only a few months into the halving, guys. We're only a few months in. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, and that article I read the other day, it said that ADA is probably going to hit 40 cents by the end of this month. Can you believe that?
I thought it said 44.
A high of 44, but then it's
a high of 44. Right. Let me close some of these things up here.
So if that's not bullish, I don't know what is.
Right?
If you buy a burger at 38-cent ADA, you're definitely going to buy a burger. Let's see. Does Bitcoin Solo Miner get better chances than a scratch-off lottery ticket? So
probably.
I honestly would say probably not. But there are people that I have heard of that had solo miners running for years, and then one day it hits, and then that's worth it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that everybody, if you were capable of it technologically to solo mine, you should do it. I don't see any reason why not.
If you have a state-of-the-art ASIC, whatever, I don't know, you'd have to get into one of these NFT projects, whatever the ASIC A21S2B54, whatever the hell they're called. The problem with solo mining is that the hash rate is going to get so intense. I think it's actually at the highest. It's at the highest ever right now. Yeah. Intensity to mine.
You would do better mining other stuff.
Yeah. personally, you'd probably do better. I think you can have a rig and throw in with a pool though.
Yeah, you can do that.
And then you get a portion. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't know how it works. I have no freaking technical skills. So however it works, you're sharing the hash rate, with that pool. And then depending on how many miners you have or whatever, you'll get X amount of percent or freaking something like that. But I wouldn't solo mine Bitcoin. There's so many other things you could mine that are probably more profitable. Caspa.
Yeah.
Caspa, you know what I mean?
Like, what coin would be better to mine? Seems like the small miners are out versus big corporate miners. Yes, I agree. Yeah. But I would say you could probably mine Caspa. I think that there are some other ones. There's actually a website. I can't remember what it is.
There should be like, I wonder if CoinGecko has proof of work.
Let's see. There's a website.
Categories.
Coin Ledger, Coinly Tokenmetrics. I can't remember what it is. There's like a
whole... here we go. So these are proof of work coins that you could mine right now. Okay. You have Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin. There's Caspa right there. Ethereum Classic, Monero, Privacy Cash.
I think that's dope.
That. Huh?
I think mining Monero would be dope, just because nobody knows you have it.
Right? That'd be like the ultimate privacy. I mean, mining Bitcoin already, as long as it's never connected to a central exchange or anything like that, it's on a hidden wallet or something like that. Always pay your taxes. As long it would be hard to tell, but if you're mining a friggin' privacy coin, damn, eCash, another privacy coin,
mine the privacy coin. And then you buy the crypto you want with it.
So if you go to CoinGecko, okay, go to your search bar and you can click on categories and then type in what you want. Like I put in POW. Well, not POW2. I put in POW.
Oh, this is it. I found what I was looking for. Hold on. I have an answer for MetaMan that's really good.
Okay.
So it is this. So Nice Hash. Nice Hash is a website that you should go to because they have information on mining, and then also like they have information. Let me see if it's like here. They have all of the information. Let's see, easy mining. But they explain to you all these different stuff that you can mine. Oh, right. Just kidding. But they have all the information here. You make an account here. They tell you where you have the best bang for your buck. Let's see. Hash power.
So with Monero, exchanges and governments think very ill of Monero. That is correct. There are a lot of exchanges that have delisted Monero and Zcash, though. To be fair, and Zcash, they have delisted both of them. But you just trade it on a DEX. You know what I mean? Trade it on a DEX for USDC and then send your USDC or USDT to your exchange.
Yep.
You know 100%. What I mean? Yeah. Just use Uniswap or something. And not all exchanges. Let me see here.
I wonder if Gemini lets you use it.
That I highly doubt. Gemini just barely added ADA like last year or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How do you spell Monero? Am I spelling this wrong? Oh, well, actually, we can go right here. What am I doing? Monero. Markets. So Bit2Me, Gate.io, Kraken. That is a US-based centralized exchange. They still have Monero. KuCoin has Monero. Whitebit. Oh. So Whitebit coin is not a racist Bitcoin. It is a exchange.
I was going to say it's the Supreme Bitcoin.
What? What?
It's
Yeah. What? So, but KuCoin, Kraken, Bitfinex. So I mean, right here. Here's a U.S. regulated exchange right here. You know what I mean? KYC on that.
And honestly, MetaMan, what you could do, which might even be a little bit more interesting and a little bit more reserved.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't even showing that.
Oh, you weren't showing that. It's fine. But MetaMan, what you could do is you could actually follow us on Twitter at Jpg Empire. One of the, actually, I'm going to make sure that it is the pin tweet, but we are actually minting our JPEG bosses, which are a Cardano NFT project. And if you get one, then we have an autonomous trading bot that is going to be integrated into our site that will be super easy to use with 3 preset settings on how you can set up the bot super easily. Basically, you're going to pick a setting and connect it to a Kraken account, and it will trade for you. So if you have money for multiple Bitcoins, what you can actually do is put that in your Kraken trading account, pick the pair that you wanted to trade, and then the trading bot actually will net you 0.5% return a day, right? In the end of a year, it averages 5 to 6x, which we actually had on just a couple of days ago, the founder of Kumadroid, who we've partnered with to bring this trading bot to Cardano. And he explains it very well, very beautifully. And let's see, Noise, follow back. And Jesse Powell, former CEO of Kraken, supports Trump. Care to comment? Everybody is going to support the candidate that they believe fulfills the things that are in their best interest. And Jesse Powell has a exchange that traffics a lot in crypto and Bitcoin. And so Trump coming out and being a pro Bitcoin and crypto innovation candidate is supportive. Well, Jesse Powell would be supportive of that because that's
the answer he's looking for, bro. I don't think he's asking.
I think you
I
wanted
don't
to
think he's asking for you to be a strong man for Jesse Powell. He's asking, what do we think of it?
Yeah, I think that everybody should vote in an election. However, I don't believe that it actually matters because think about it. When you have a child, right? I'm a dad, I have 2, right? But when you have a child that is small and you take them out to eat at a restaurant, what you do is you give them 2 options. Would you like the chicken nuggets or would you like the fries? Right? The kid picks one of the two.
Bro. Calm down. Do you support Trump or not? Do you support Trump or not?
I support RBJ.
That is like the most freaking political freaking politician answer. So you see, if
I'm voting for Kanye West, okay? And I am
a Trump supporter. I am a Trump supporter. Would it be nice if we had a better option? Fuck yeah, it'd be nice if we had a better option.
Yeah.
But we don't. So I will be supporting Trump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I honestly wished Vivek would have gotten the nominee for Republican. It wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? So I support Trump. RFK, I like RFK, but there's no way he's going to win.
Yep.
No independent has ever won. I think Ross Perot back in the freaking 80s, or maybe it was Senior. I think that might have been what cost Senior the election in 92. Can't remember, a long time ago. I was young. He only got like 3 or 4% of the freaking vote. You know what I mean? So RFK, there's no way RFK is going to win. He's just going to sway it one way or the other, and that's yet to be seen.
Yeah, I
agree with you.
And it's because I love a strong black male president, right? That's what I like. That's what I go for, right? And
Right.
so Trudeau is that's what I'm gonna write him in. The King of Canada can be the King of the United States too.
Yeah, there's yeah, bro. That laugh. Hillary Clinton had the same thing, man.
You guys are
Very
weird.
it's very
You guys are
off-putting.
so weird. Of all of the things, you guys are weird. Yeah,
It's
or
a
the
defense
vegetable.
mechanism.
Okay, the vegetable I get, okay? I understand.
It's no. But when you ask somebody a pointed question and their defense mechanism was to laugh like a freaking hyena.
You guys
You know
are
what I mean?
silly. It's so silly.
Hillary Clinton did the same thing, bro.
Right, it
Hillary
is.
Clinton. I don't see Tulsi Gabbard acting like that.
Do you know? Anyways, so we've come to the conclusion of this episode today for Friday. I mean, I wanted to point out a couple more things. Okay, so I'm going to do this.
Well, you got to do the drawing first.
No, I do have to do the drawing. Okay, so
Do the drawing.
The moment that everybody has waited for, there's actually only 12 people that are even potentially did all the things that they were supposed to. So here they are. And all you had to do was follow JPEG Empire. You had to follow the Beehive
I think
NFT.
a lot of people commented on the wrong post because I was getting multiple.
Well, then here's what we should do. Let's get each post, right? And then I will Twitter pick each post. We will take those winners and then we'll put them on a wheel. Do you know how to do the wheel? I don't know how to do a wheel.
Yeah, but okay. No. This is what we'll do. Because you specifically made it clear on which post to comment on.
Yes, I did.
So
multiple times.
We're going to do the Twitter picker for the one. We'll do the Twitter picker for the one, right? That you're on right now. We'll give the bees to that one, the actual one, or where people were supposed to post on. And then the other one that you mentioned, this one in, we'll do a Twitter picker on that. And we'll give them a boss.
Okay. So we're doing
cancellation prize. Even though they don't know how to follow directions, we're going to give you a participation trophy.
Oh, geez. Now you're one of those softies. You're one of those soft leftists that wants
I am the most leftist of leftists.
All right. Well, we'll draw this one. Oh, shoot.
Show
what the heck is going on?
Don't mess it up. This is your big moment. Don't mess it up.
Yeah.
Yes, Jaleesa for president.
Yeah.
I've already said I'll settle for Jaleesa for California governor so then I can move to friggin' San Diego. Because I would love to live in San Diego. But there's no way I could live under the dictatorship that is the California government.
Oh my gosh. I had it set up and I don't know. It timed out. Whatever. Give me a second.
Do I have to do this?
No, I got it. I had it already up. I was going to do it, and then this time it changed it. So everybody bear with me. Here it is. I got it. Everybody had a little extra chance. Let's see. Here it is.
Yes.
Empire.
Oh, hey, don't worry. With California, you can just mail me a ballot and I'll send it back in and it'll count for a vote for you.
JPEG Empire, and then what is it? Bees Hive NFT. Boom.
Show it.
Yep.
Show what you're doing.
Continue.
Show what you're doing.
Showing it. Relax. Oh my god. All right. Continue. Yeah. Boom. We got some extra ones sneaking in right at the end. It says status is pending. I don't know why it says status is pending.
There's no
Drew P balls.
It says no entries.
It does say that, but it's a lie. It had all of them on there.
Okay.
It was 12.
So that's a poor old lady. Do we
Really?
have the NFT? Yeah,
Is
Droopy Balls is a poor old lady.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do we have the NFT or does CB have it?
Let's reply with winner. I'm gonna just do it here and tag Bees Hive NFT.
Well, we got to tell her who has the NFT.
CB has it. We don't have it yet.
Oh, okay.
CNFT BTC. There we go. Boom.
So, I mean, we know who it is. Tell her to him, her. I don't even know. One says Droopy Balls. One says a poor old lady. I don't know if it's a him or a her. So tell them to tag us in Discord or whatever. If you're watching, tag us in, open a ticket, and we will make sure it gets to CB. Or open a ticket in Bees Hive and show proof to CB. There we go. I guess that's better.
Why don't we? Yeah. I'll just say or us, right?
Yeah, it don't matter. But you're going to have to get it from CB, so.
All right. Well, there you go.
Now load up the other tweet.
Yep. Now loading up the other tweet. Here it is.
We don't see
Oh
it.
my God. This one has so many more. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. They messed up, and even though it says, watch, scroll up, retweet, tag, follow Bees Hive, Ada, tell your mom, tell your friends.
So I effed it up.
You didn't.
I effed it up.
You effed it up.
Okay, so we have poor old lady. You know what? I will.
You know what? We'll just buy a freaking. We'll just buy one. So one person from that tweet and one person from this tweet, you're both gonna get a freaking a Bees Hive.
Yep. There we go.
There we go.
Share post via. Oh sheesh! I did this wrong. Okay, so now we're gonna try again. So this is the big one. Okay, so we got
windows.
poor old lady.
Switch windows.
Switch windows.
There you go.
Now let's do what?
Home.
Yeah. Now we
There
put
you go.
this one.
Man, you got a lot of freaking ads popping up there. God damn.
I know. It's crazy. It's why it scares me when my parent. Well, this is my dad's computer. It scares me when he uses his computer because it's like.
Right.
Piece of NFT. So I did.
It's weird how it does that, right?
It is super weird how it does that. Look at it. We got so many in this one. But see, look, it says pending. It doesn't say that all the people are there. But you saw
loading.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually going to load.
Let me do it.
We
had this problem last time you did it. It did the same thing.
Here, yeah, but I ran it and it did it.
Yeah, but we don't know. Let me grab it.
We don't know how many are in there. How many entries? Right. It says only one entry. Yeah. But look, it shows all of them here. It says 40 entries. Look.
I understand that, but then it also said loading. Let me find the tweet.
Here, I got it. I'll just send it to you. It is here. Man. Nice. Noted. John effed up. Good luck. So we got 2 winners now. That's exciting. The drama. So Jaleesa, what do I need to do? I missed it. Oh, Jaleesa, it's this tweet on the JPEG Empire account that says that we have a giveaway for the Bees Hive. You like, retweet, and tag 3 people.
I don't know. I wonder why it always. God dang it. Why does it always do that?
I don't know. I blame the Russians.
Oh, you know what? I think I've been paying for Simple Picker this whole time because I needed it one day when we were doing a giveaway.
40 entries. See, that's what I got. Now go up there.
Yeah, but see, mine actually shows.
Yeah, it shows the entries.
Ooh, rejected. No banner, no description. You are rejected, sir. Floki Daniel. Something. That's a bunch of freaking.
Look, it's China. China. There we go. So we got. Yeah, that could be very interesting. Now, let's see if I can find. Wait, what did you say?
Congrats. Please give us a DM to receive your B.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
This is going to come from us.
Yep.
We're going to have to pick one up and give it to them. All right. Well, we are past an hour and a half. It's Friday night. I'm hungry. I forgot to drink my smoothie before we went live. Unless you got some stuff.
No, the only other stuff is I was going to go on about, I was going to slide through the many posts from
Damn it. We never went through this. Okay.
Go through it.
So, well, I don't have.
Can you show? Can we show the video or a piece of the video?
40 minutes. It's 40 minutes. Okay, so basically, over the past few years, Solana has been under a lot of scrutiny, right? We know that it's been under scrutiny for fake TVL. There's a bunch of things going on, and there's this account called. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to show my screen because this is funny right here. So, Cardano, it must kill you inside to know that more people use Solana more than Cardano. And Charles Hoskins says more people also use adult diapers. So that's hilarious. But this right here, this is what. Okay, so sold, no doubt, biggest Ponzi scheme in crypto. Market makers milking cow. Many top holders be left holding Ponzi when it drops back to $10 or below next cycle. Insane fraudulent transactions, over 95%. They're saying only 3% of all transactions on Solana are actually like real transactions. Like 90% of the transactions are like governance transactions. You know what I mean? I did some stuff on Solana today. I was trying to do some USDC and Pith. It failed 3 times before it finally went through. 3 times. Okay. So most DeFi TVL volume has been fake. So when they go through it and they're showing all these accounts, so it'll show like a token with a TVL of like $3. But it'll have volume of like $6.8 billion or some crazy shit. You know what I mean? So it's all these meme coins that are just pumping and pumping. And then the MEV bots, a big thing you were talking about, the sandwiching of transactions. You know what I mean? Also, the transaction fees are so little on Solana that they don't make enough in transaction fees to actually power the network. You know what I mean? So it's like they have to have this massive inflated volume, and they still can't power the network with just on transaction fees alone. So they're pumping the price, so then they can get rid of Solana to pay for the network. Essentially, is what these people. This is what these people are claiming. Okay. Now this dude, DB Crypto, right here, he has a lot of receipts. It's a 40-minute video. I suggest you guys look into it. Okay. It's at DB Crypto right there. Okay. Matter of fact, we're going to give him a follow. Oh no, this is the Jpg Empire account. I'll give him a follow on my personal account. So educate, grow, connect. Now I will preface this. This dude seems to have a lot of what is it, Multiverse X now? eGold, Elrond, eGold. I don't know. The project rebrands more than most people change underwear, but now it's like Multiverse X or something like that. So take it with a grain of salt, but the video is awesome. He goes over all the VC funding, about the fake numbers that they put out in the beginning, saying there was only X amount of coins, and then they weren't even going to create a block explorer. The community had to create a block explorer, and then somebody found like an extra 13 million coins, and they're like, oh no, that's 11 million of those were for marketing, and when they're done, they're getting burned. You know what I mean? Supposedly FTX still holds $6 billion in Solana right now in some kind of wallet. But it was a great video. Yeah, see this, another eGold Maxi or something like that. But it's a good video. Bring it up. I was watching it earlier. It is, like I said, 40 minutes long, but he does break it down. So if you go in here,
I think I followed him on the JPEG Empire account too.
Oh, okay. So you can go in here. Solana is doomed. The past lies, the current lies, the reality, the future. So it's broken down into sections. It was very informative, very informative. And if we skip through it, and like I said, has a bunch.
Oh wait, did you see this is did you see that there was a tweet leaked that FTX, like Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, they actually have 8% of the Solana supply still that they're going to probably.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like $6 billion. Yeah, it's like $6 billion that FTX still holds. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And he was talking about Victor. So this is right here. So this is some of the stuff he was talking about right here. So like, look, Zoom Biden. The TVL is $1, and look at that, $7.9 million in volume. You know what I mean? Gamma. So these are all just freaking fake meme coins that they're probably launching on Pump.Fund. You know what I mean? This is why I'm not a big proponent of Piggy Party or whatever the hell it's called. I understand meme coins are cool. Meme coins bring adoption.
You just don't understand culture and technology.
Well, it's not tech. It may be culture, but it's not tech.
I'm joking, dude. I'm joking.
When Piggy Party said we had over 1,000 users today, and we had over 300 meme coins. Okay, let me do the freaking math. 30% of the users launched a meme coin, or was it like 5 people that launched tens of dozens of meme coins? Because how do those fucking numbers compute? You understand what I'm saying? So either way, that's neither here nor there. But you can look, like Dark Trump, It's got friggin' $7 in TVL. It's got $7.8 million in friggin' liquidity, or volume, I should say, not liquidity. So monthly active addresses. Let's see. Now failed transactions. He goes and he's got a spreadsheet and these are all available on Twitter. And he's breaking down like the failed. Look at this.
What's like 70% failed transactions in their TPS?
The compute budget, 188 failed transactions, only 61 successful transactions. You know what I mean? So, and it's just a plethora of freaking knowledge, you know. So the transaction riddle. So only a small portion, roughly 7% of Solana's non-voting transactions can be traced to transactions related to DeFi and NFT usage. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So Solana is a rocket ship. So block. So there's only 0.38% useful transactions. You know what I mean? So 9.3 are the budget, 0.98 update prices, 88.7% are protocol voting transactions. You know? And it was just super, and he goes over, here's the one that sandwiched.me. So it breaks down how these how these MEV bots are sandwiching. I know you've talked about it a lot in the past, John, about the sandwich technique and everything like that. You know, that's how they get in and they scalp right before you and they make those microtransactions. So sandwich.me, if you ever want to check that out, real-time Solana sandwich monitor. Now, is the party over for Solana? I don't think so. The only reason I don't think so is that these guys have been playing a high level of chess for a long time, and VCs are not going to be dumped on.
No.
You know, Chamath Palihapitiya, and them, they're not going to be dumped on. So until they've wrung all the money they can wring out of it, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what they say, right?
Huh?
You know what they say.
They say
better to be pissed on than pissed off, right?
That is
cool. So the thing that's going to happen is the price.
I think it's better to be pissed off than pissed on.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Pissed off than pissed on. That's what I meant. But what I'm saying is that you guys are going to be pissed off when you watch how high that Solana is going to go before they piss on everybody below them. Because you can only pee down. You know what I mean? You can't pee up. Like, not like, you know what I mean? Poop falls downwards.
So here's another thing.
Yes.
It's not wanting to load.
You get it. You understand.
But he goes into talking about a post from Jupiter where Jupiter actually puts out a video on how to go in. Oh, am I frozen? What's going on?
Yep, everything's frozen.
There we go. Get off that and get back on it. There we go. So, breaking Jupiter Exchange introduces new feature tipping via Jito bundles. So you can go in on Jupiter now and like go into like tipping. So essentially it's like if you're on Ethereum and you want to raise the GUI, that's your amount, you know, speed up your transaction. So you go into Jito and do a tip only, right? And then the dude's comment, I don't know if I can hear, let's play it for a second. You know, so you go in and give a percentage. And this is so you don't get sandwiched in between these MEV bots, right? I know you can't hear it, but right here, this is what I like. So you got to pay to not get mugged, basically.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? And it's just so much information on here. This is the devs, some of the devs talking about how a few 5 centralized block builders will eventually build 100% of the blocks on Solana. So they can say they're decentralized all they want, But if you got people in the community literally saying, yeah, it's only going to be five block builders, you know what I mean? That's not decentralized. See, now he gets into the future of Solana, and that's where I got into. So this guy right here starts talking about how the transaction fees are not sustainable. So they're not.
I've heard that for a long time, that they're actually paying the transaction fees like to keep them superficially down, and that it's actually basically a Ponzi that eventually is going to run out of steam. And then
because that's the whole selling point. Oh, it's cheap. Oh, it's cheap. Oh, it's cheap.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Which creates its own problems with bots and everything like we see. But it's not enough to sustain the network. But yet then they can't raise them because then it's no longer, oh, it's cheap. Oh, it's cheap. Oh, it's fast. Yeah. You know what I mean? So this guy goes in. He has a lot of segments from this guy bringing up the charts and everything like that. It is a very good stream.
Big connect.
Yeah, dude only has 2.9 thousand subscribers, but yet it's got 28,000 views. So, you know what I mean? It's a very good video. I liked it. It is 40 minutes long, but hey, you know what I mean?
I sent him a DM.
This is the video that that Crypto Crow was pointing to in his tweet from the other day. So
yeah,
well, I think that's it.
I sent him a DM. I wanted to see if I could get him on here.
Okay,
that'd be fun.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Look, it is Friday. Have a fantastic, beautiful, fun, safe Friday, and we'll see you Monday. Join the Discord. Make sure to mend the boss. We got some stuff that we're cooking up. We're excited about. Anybody that wants to be actively a part of testing the platform, Token Empire platform, we have a channel for that. Anybody interested that's not in that channel, join the Discord. Let us know. We'll help you to get to that place. And basically, we're trying to build these tools out for our community and for everybody in our community. So all input is good input, you know?
Yep.
If you ask for something that's going to cost like, a few $100,000, we probably can't do it. But if you got some, if you've got some input on some of the little things or your user experience, we can use that to make it better, because ultimately what we're building is for you guys. And we appreciate all the support. But awesome show. Just subscribe. Thank you, MetaMan. And I got your follow. I think I followed you back already on X, but I keep getting in Twitter jail, and they won't let me follow people back pretty often.
Because John is an IRL Mev bot.
Yeah. They think that I'm a bot. They'll be like, hey, this looks like something that was autonomous transaction. Prove that you're real or whatever, or we've limited some of your functionality. It's like, dude, I don't know what to do. Right. But on that note, we'll leave you with this.